Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you for your patience. And I see some people are already starting to um, chime in here. So, if you're here right now, if this is your first time or your 300th time, um, just welcome. We have people who come to these Sunday morning meditations, Sunday morning here in the Pacific Standard Time, sorry, from all over the world every Sunday. My name is Elisha Goldstein. I'm the founder of the Mindful Living Collective. And we've been doing these Sunday meditations for about 6 years now. And my wife and I were just reflecting on that when we were starting these at the Center of Mindful Living in Los Angeles. And they've been going on for about 6 years now. And we feel so grateful that we've cultivated a community here who can rely on these meditations and sitting with us for just about half an hour on Sundays, and we've been offering them free to the world, and now we're also open to welcoming donations as a donation-based opportunity. So again, this is completely free, and we also welcome donations for these practices, and the link to any of that is underneath this stream, or we'll find it later. But I just wanted to welcome everyone, and we have Nan here from Venice, and we have Toronto and Germany, and so just to give you a sense of everyone, Martina from the UK, welcome, and Carl from South Wales, beautiful, and we have the Emma from the UK, and Aaron from Colorado, beautiful. I recognize a lot of you from the Mindful Living Collective, which again is just a free online space where the mindfulness community gathers, and you're always welcome there. That's just mindfullivingcollective.com if you're not already in there. Dina, and I love when people start recognizing each other here. Beautiful. And we have Michigan and Florida, and beautiful welcome, and Washington, and Rabbi Jay Weinstein from New York. Beautiful welcome, and Hillary and Gary always sending his mad metta. Beautiful welcome, Bill. Great to see you here. And then we have Rivka from Jerusalem, who's been coming for quite some time, and again, more East Coast and West Coast and South America. Beautiful welcome, Chicago. Janice was in my first course. I wonder what that was. Wonder what the first course was. Beautiful. Do you mean a course in mindful living, or do you mean something else? Thank you. Beautiful. Marjorie, so wonderful you're here. And Kathleen from Berkeley, beautiful. And I love that Maria is already sending love to all right in the beginning of our time here. Can you imagine for a moment if you had a place to dip into every day where if you needed to build your heart energy, because we know when our hearts are feeling, I say that word when I say heart, that's not meant to be some kind of like new age term, and not that that's necessarily a bad thing. It's to recognize that when we feel loved, and we feel cared about, and we feel understood, and we feel a sense of belonging, we tend to feel pretty stable and balanced. When we know it all and we're really smart in our heads, that's great, but that's not necessarily what leads to feeling like a deeper sense of psychological well-being that's there. And it's my intention to help us restore our wellness after this year that we've all been through, and everyone's had different experiences through this. And I just know that when we allow ourselves to deepen into a sense of presence and understanding and caring, as Hafiz says, how did the rose ever open up and show to the world all its beauty? It felt the encouragement of light against its being. Otherwise, we all remain too frightened. And so we just need to look to nature. We are a part of nature too. And if it's the sunshine that brings energy and light and allows our plants to thrive, and we're no different. And it's a metaphor for us, but it's absolutely true. We need that metaphor of sunshine in our lives. and we can give it to ourselves, and we can receive it from other people, and we can also give it too. And the reality is, and many of you here know this, is that we aren't just autonomous beings walking around totally separate from each other. I mean, that's a delusion that's been proven by science, quantum physics, by the world's wisdom traditions for thousands and thousands of years. And so it's upon us to build our heart energy a little bit, and I hope this is just like a mini refuge in your day, in your weekend. Allow this to be a way to end the weekend, to begin the next week. Collect yourself in community, and build that. And so today we're going to be doing a little bit of that. We're going to be doing something that I'll call listening to ourselves and loving ourselves. And you can see, and your job is just to settle in and just allow yourself this space and time and just see what you notice. That's really it. It's really that simple. And I love how Shelley is saying, I'm lifting this community up with love and kindness. Just know you're in that space right now. You're in that space. You're in that space where the people around you in here are wanting that for you. And just be open to that. That's all. If the challenge is there, include that too. If it's hard to receive or hard to sense into, that there's all these people here right now from around the world who all have the intention of really wanting to care for this community and care for themselves. And there's that energy here. And so allow yourself to settle into that. Okay, so let's get in a comfortable position. And you can do that either seated or lying down. If you'd like to stand, if you'd like to make this a walking meditation, you're welcome to do that. We can be flexible with it, but the default would be to settle into a comfortable position, seated or lying down. But it's up to you. You can experiment. And take some time to settle into this position. And beginning by getting a sense of being welcome in this space, truly welcome. It's as if as you're settling into your meditation practice today, everything that's here, every sensation, any emotion, whatever emotion is here, whether it's comfortable, uncomfortable, neutral, any thought or image that's arising in this time, is all here within a greater field of being welcome. And so as you're checking in with your body and how you're feeling as you're settling into the beginning of this practice, just noticing if there's any areas that you feel like you're holding any tension that you want to just intentionally address right now, maybe softening or taking a couple deep breaths and releasing with the exhale. Maybe doing a gentle stretch. You're in the driver's seat of your practice, so just listening to what you're needing right now. And just beginning this practice by warming the heart for a minute, maybe locating it in your body. And so we're starting off by listening to our body, how we're feeling emotionally, and we're guiding ourselves just for a moment of listening to this area of our body where our heart resides. And if you want to have a little bit more contact with it, you're welcome to put your hand there just to sense into that area. The heart is a part of our body that was gifted to us early on and has been working, pumping, beating our entire life while we're awake, while we're sleeping. It represents caring and loving, courage. It's impacted by feeling more or less connected in life as well. Taking a minute, a sense of appreciative awareness for this heart. And then another way of warming the heart is just taking a moment while we're settling into this state of presence in the beginning of this practice and just bringing to mind a memory in your life that you're really glad happened. This could be a memory early on in your childhood, or maybe it was a moment of engagement, or a moment you met somebody who's really important to you in your life, or it could just have been a moment of tea by yourself, having tea with yourself, or maybe with another person you care about. Maybe a smile from a stranger, or an accomplishment that you had. Just choosing one thing and visualizing it in your mind. What was it that was so good about this moment? And if a good feeling arises, if something comfortable or a smile comes up in your heart or your face, just have it and enjoy it for a moment. And from this space, just settling into your body, just naturally breathing. Breathing in and sensing the nourishment of this breath. Literally bringing oxygen, essential nutrients into your body that keep your cells of your body alive. And breathing out and just letting be. And so I'll leave us alone for a little while with this, breathing in the nourishment. And breathing out, letting be. And if at any point your mind drifts off, wandering onto a place, this or that, thinking, worrying, just to note it, soften your body, release with the exhale, coming back to just this practice of listening to yourself, your breath, being here with your body. And just taking a moment to note how and be aware of what's here right now, noticing how your body's feeling, what's present emotionally, and also considering in this time of life, with all that's going on, what is it that you're really needing right now? Let's consider your life. Consider where you're at emotionally. What is it that you're needing? Is it a sense of feeling loved? Is it a need of strength, of feeling a sense of belonging, or maybe more peace and ease, or a sense of equanimity and balance? Is it maybe to accept yourself a bit more, accept yourself as you are? Maybe it's just more light. Maybe it's clarity. There's confusion there, so it's clarity that I'm needing. Whatever it is, breathing in, listening to yourself and breathing in whatever that is. You can imagine it flowing in with the in-breath, coming in, touching your heart, filling it up. Breathing out, releasing whatever it is you're needing to let go of now. The stress, the confusion, the worrying, the self-criticism, or self-loathing. Breathing in that light, breathing in that sense of loving yourself as if every inhalation is an expression of you loving yourself. If there's a resistance to that, allowing that to flow out with the exhalation. Both the inhalation and the exhalation are an expression of loving yourself. And so settling into this practice, breathing in what you're needing, breathing out what you're wanting to let go of. Or if there's nothing to let go of, just letting be on the exhalation. Breathing normally, breathing naturally. Settling into this loving awareness. If your mind drifts, just take note of that. How did the rose ever open up and show to the world all its beauty? Felt the encouragement of light against its being, breathing in what you're needing, allowing it to come in, touch your heart, fill the cells of your body, and breathing out, letting go of anything that's weighing you down, holding you back, feels toxic. Now taking a moment to recognize the people in your life who you love and care about, friends, family, people you work with maybe, teachers, mentors, and breathing in one for me and breathing out one for you. Breathing in what you're needing. And from this space of restored space, allowing yourself to breathe out and sending that out to all those people who you care about and you love. And animals as well. Noticing how it feels to give, to be generous with your light, with your love, with your heart. Notice how that feels. Breathing in one for me, breathing out one for all of you, imagining it expanding to the people that they know and that they know and that they know, all the people here practicing with you right now. and who they know, and they know, and they know, until you see that network wrapping around the globe, touching all people, all animals, across race and creed and gender, across all people, religion. Breathing in one for me, breathing out one for all of us. Seeing if you can settle into that deep intention. Just an awareness of the connection that's there, the interconnection that's there, and just coming back to yourself for a moment, noticing what's here, sensing into this body, your body naturally breathing, the feeling that's here. And if you notice any glowing that's here, have it and enjoy it. If you notice any challenge or difficulty, breathing in, allowing yourself to hold yourself with a sense of understanding and caring, a little bit more of what you're needing today, taking that in, a little bit more for you. Hafiz's words are wise. They're wise. They point to a universal truth. Just looking at a rose, just looking at nature, just looking at how it takes in light and opens up to the world, all its beauty. So too, we must take time to bring the light into our lives. It's there. We just need to open up to it and connect to it. And then we begin to bloom moment to moment, the micro moments of our day and our life. We're more resilient. And we're certainly more resilient together. So taking a moment as we bring this to a close, just to acknowledge yourself for taking this time out of your day for your own health and well-being. This is absolutely, without a doubt, an act of self-love. So beginning to now bring awareness to your face, wiggling maybe your shoulders and toes and hands, and taking a deep breath if you need it, and beginning to gently let the light seep through, opening your eyes. Beautiful. I want to get a sense, if you're willing to begin to shift from this internal experience to this experience that we're in right now, to just kind of share with us what your needs were, what came up for you as far as your needs, and for those of you who are just going to witness that, just witness, and see what other people's needs are, and see the shared commonality of that. But go ahead, and because this will be powerful, just these next couple minutes, we'll hang on together just to share this. What came up for you? What did you need as you did this? And as you're sharing those, just let us know. Go ahead and share that. I'm gonna just read off what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing. As people are writing that. So Gwen said she needed more joy. Emily, more connection. Love and light, Wanda said. I think that's sending that out. Love and compassion. Feeling a bit flat this afternoon, but I felt a need of connection today. So there was more of a need of connection that was happening here. Peace and clarity. Beautiful. I needed a connection to community. This was so satisfying, Hillary said, and will help me move forward feeling enveloped. Reminded myself that I am lovable. So as if you're sharing this also, just a reminder, and I'll try and pick this up for you, but a reminder that over the last 6 years, we've been offering these events, these guided meditations, and we will still continue to. You can count on them, free, completely free, just to serve the community. And also now we're opening up and just welcoming donations for them as you feel it, if you feel it for any reason. I think there's a link on the bottom of this, but either way, thanks. So releasing the voice of dislike, continued energy, light from me, and loving myself unconditionally. Calm and support for feeling calm, Marjorie said. Letting it be. Beautiful. Credible meditation, needed relaxation. Beautiful. Connecting with the goodness, calm, peace, giving warmth. Acceptance of the reality, equanimity. Start off my birthday. Welcome, Brenda. I wish we could all sing you happy birthday right now. Beautiful. Loving kindness, loving myself, helping. Beautiful. Here's the, historically in the in the tradition this comes from, there's a term that's used for the giving of these practices called dana. And I'm just going to put the link in there. Again, it's free. It's not something that's required in any way. But if for any reason anybody feels that to support the Mindful Living Collective and our teachers, that would be great. Didn't seem to come across. Anyway, whatever. I think it's in there somewhere. What else? Seeking clarity. And then you said the word, a loving connection. Beautiful. Nice to feel held, resting in presence. Beautiful. Yeah, so settling in, and we do more of these types of practice. Group Hugger said, okay, we're waiting for this. Okay, so as we end our practice together, and you can continue filling this in here and adding in what you felt your needs are. And I think you'll be able to come back to this and see what other people said. I think it didn't come across the streams on both Facebook and YouTube, and it didn't come across on Facebook. That's okay. So here we go. This is what we do in these practices sometimes, is in this virtual space, and you can see what your experience of it is we lean forward into our cameras or our phones or whatever it is, and we actually physically move with the gesture of embracing. And see if you can imagine the 100+ people around the world right now, they're still here at this point, and see if you can imagine everyone doing that together and see if you can feel it. So on the count of 3, we're going to do this. Allow yourself this gift just to entertain this for a moment. You ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. We lean forward, imagining this embrace of each other, sensing into it. And people all around the world right now doing this with their computers and their phones, just leaning into each other. We're in this together. Okay. Now, you may or may not have wanted to let go of that, but know that we're always here. So continue to bring that. Okay. We look forward to being with you another time. Again, we have lots of different events in the Mindful Living Collective if you want to have more of this type of experience. And, otherwise, we'll see you back here next Sunday. Bye for now.